We're heading to Taylor's Way. They're one of my biggest clients for the printing business and the main sponsor of the 1% event coming July 12th. Josh and his team has built a huge company with around 50 employees, and their culture is amazing, and he's going to share how they built that culture at 1% event. Smitty, let's go. We're running late. Get in the car. Other side. This is a handicap accessible vehicle. Come on. Get the door for you. All right, let's start at the beginning. How did Taylor's get started, and what has it grown into today?
So, amazingly, my parents started Taylor's over 50 years ago, and it's started as just a little thing that my dad and grandpa did. They mowed lawns, basically, evolved into what beast it is today. I mean, kind of done it all from... he was in the landscaping field, sold one of those businesses to an uncle, was in pest control, sold that business to another uncle, and kind of always been in lawn care. Really started seriously into treating lawns and stuff like that back in the early 70s when it wasn't really even a thing, mostly just farmers doing it. So
wow.
And now we're just, a company with only almost 50 employees, do tree care, lawn care, pest control, holiday lighting, so it's kind of everything outdoors.
It's crazy to think of everything it's actually turned into. Did you ever think it would grow into this and become what it is today?
Honestly, I mean, I think it took a little while to realize the potential that was here. I think when I agreed to kind of join the company, almost 12 or 13 years ago, I didn't have tons of expectations. I just knew it was, there was potential there, and it was an opportunity to kind of be an entrepreneur and, be my own boss and create my own schedule, which sounds a lot cooler than it is.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work.
Well, no, that's the freedom. That's why we do what we do.
You know what I'm saying? That's there. But it also, there's a lot of accountability. So there's a lot that goes along with that, which is great. So I honestly, no, I don't think that I saw getting to where we are and having even the vision of where we want to go being something that was really a realm of possibility back when I started.
It's incredible. Is it, all right, I did hear a rumor. Was it true that you were a rocket scientist?
I guess you could say that. So I was a electromechanical design engineer for an aerospace company. So I did put things on rockets, did design things on rockets. Didn't do a full rocket design, but definitely in the industry. So I guess you could say technically I could call myself a rocket scientist.
That's hilarious. And I think it's really cool. Everybody I've talked to that works at your company is happy to be here. How does it make you feel when people say they're proud to work here?
I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, that's what it's all about, to be honest. Like the people is what makes what we do, whether it be the people that work for you, kind of most important, but then the clients. But building something that not just you but everyone can be proud of and have like a shared vision it's amazing, and it's really what fulfills you at the end of the day, and it's the hardest part. It's really it's what takes a lot of the effort, the time investment, the unseen hours, the unspoken things, the things that you don't realize, the intentionality. It's just culture creates great people, great companies, and without it I mean, for me at least, there's lacks meaning. A lot of people chase, they know what they want to chase, and they chase money, and that's fine. All the more power to them if that's what you want, But we're about people, we're about family, and so at the end of the day, that's got to be, built into our culture. Now, every company's culture's got to be their own.
Right.
And you can't fake it. You know, and that's the important part about culture is finding what that is. And how to be successful in whatever you decide your culture has to be.
That's good. That's really good. You also have a huge community presence. Was that always part of your guys' mission?
I think that's probably always been just part of my growing up. I mean, my mom was a school teacher. My dad was a police officer and did this, and just kind of grew up in that service mindset, and we're a service company, and we have this platform, to be able to provide people it's a really cool thing, but then we also have this platform to help people, and I think we take that that mission seriously. That again comes back to the people. We want to create change in not just our clients but our community as a whole, and that comes through education of what we do, but then also like being able to help people, you know, in need, or communities in need. You know, we have people on our staff that are, you know, on all kinds of boards in City of Princeton, tree boards, things like that. So it doesn't just end with me. I mean, you know, we have people in our company that go out and volunteer their time on their own.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool to see that kind of percolate throughout the company as a whole.
Yeah, your guys' culture is amazing. It's something it's hard to find, it's hard to build. So I'm very excited for you to touch on it at 1%.
Yeah.
What drives you to keep giving back?
I mean, my family, honestly.
You have an amazing family.
Yeah, I want, I want to be that example.
Yeah.
So like my kids, the example that my parents were to me, like I want them to see that there's more to life than just like what you get and what you create. Like legacy is like what you leave, you know, for everyone else.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's what drives me, is like that. You know, there's super hard moments in business, and like you get to these impasses where you can take the easy route. You know, you could get out and just be like, I'm going to collect a paycheck, but at the end of the day, that doesn't leave a legacy.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't create change.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately, you know, that's what we're here for.
Why did you decide to support the 1% event as a main sponsor?
So I think what you guys are doing, I think the 1% event really speaks to a need, like in our culture and society right now.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of opportunities for kids and youth to go down a lot of different paths now. I think more than ever.
Absolutely.
Like they have access to more information, more technology, and more opportunity. And so I think it's really important to like start informing at an early age, like how to be a good entrepreneur, what it takes, and just providing that like different path that, you know, college is great and you can still be an entrepreneur in college, but you can also do things where like you jump straight into it. You don't even have to be, I mean, you can be a junior high kid, you can be at high school. You know, entrepreneur is more of a mindset than it is necessarily like the job that you do. It's like you have to have that mindset, and creating that opportunity, I think, is something you guys are really creating, that like space.
Thank you so much.
Want to be a part of that for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. What people don't realize right now is no matter what age you are, you can start building your brand, and that brand could turn into a company and a product. So
and I think that's the other thing that's cool. Yeah, like you said about 1%, it's not just the youth. It's like there's opportunity. Like, you know, you could be in retirement, you know, and lost all of your retirement because you made the wrong gamble, or you know. And so what you do, well, entrepreneurs, like I said, it literally is for anyone. And creating that idea that around 1%, really, I think catapults that in people's head.
What main takeaway are you most excited for people that are going to be attending the event?
I think the main takeaway is that you don't have to be this special person to be an entrepreneur. It takes intentionality, dedication, hard work, and connection, like creating connection with people, and just that network. And I hope that you know, that can kind of open up the space, you know, for maybe even like myself, like I'm an introvert honestly at heart, and it's just taken a lot to find those spaces and those networking events. And I think this is one of those opportunities that I hope people can see and like take that next step, go to that next event, you know, that just keeps building on that hunger and want, because we need more entrepreneurs out there. We need more small businesses. You know, we need to break corporate America.
Absolutely.
I mean, that should be our goal, right? Is break the corporate mold, and just, you know, keep building and make small town America great again.
Well, thank you. I love that. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for your heart and the support you bring to your employees, me, the business, the community. The community is definitely a better place with you, and I want to thank you so much for being a part of all this.
Yeah, you too, and everything you guys do. So we're excited for the event.
Let's go. Come on, 1%, baby. You better be there. Woo. Perfect. What do you guys love most about working here? Like, how's the atmosphere here?
Great. The atmosphere is what I like most about working here.
Oh, really?
The people. for
Yeah.
sure.
I just made up like 5 songs today.
And
Made up five
we
songs.
are
That's
just
a
a
pretty-
wealth of knowledge.
You see these
across-
Branch Out the Kindness Awards? So like we have a channel where literally it's just people saying, like team members saying nice things about other team members
Yeah.
or like from the client. So they've all won that.
Yeah.
Technically,
It's a beautiful
Hannah
thing,
was
it
our
really
very
is.
first MVP, a winner for the year.
Come on.
So there's
MVP.
that
Hey.
too.
I mean, my husband's phone is MVP.
Come on.
He's just like, okay, that's what your name is
Yeah.
now.
What's the main thing you look for when someone comes in and they're looking for a job? Like, what's a characteristic you look for?
Well, number one, it's going to sound a little bit interesting, but our biggest check is core values.
Yeah.
So core values speaks to who you are as a person, right?
Absolutely.
What matters to you the most inside your heart. And the leadership team, the whole company has done a really good job in figuring out what those are to us, what
Yeah.
the words mean to us. They're family, they're knowledgeable, capable people. They are accountability and transparency and stewardship.
Yeah.
So that's a whole hunkin' thing. There's a lot of words there, and all those words mean different things to different people. But
Yeah.
the biggest one usually is, what do they say about family? What is
Yeah.
important to you? So
Absolutely.
the first thing that we say when we interview a person on the phone is, I don't care about your resume. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
What is important to you in your daily life?
Yeah.
How do you go home?
That's
And
amazing.
What time do you put into
Very cool.
your life?
So if they say it's family, you know that it's going to be easy. They're going to fit in with the flow around the office.
Yeah, if
That's
they
awesome.
say, even if it's just their dog is their family, right?
Yeah.
Like that is,
Yeah,
if
my
they
dog.
care for
Yeah, I
others,
see that,
right? Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
cool. Yeah. We totally ambushed all the employees here.
It's just a very generous company. So
Yeah.
been here for over a year and very consistent in what they say on the phone, how they treat their employees. They're generous to their clients, generous to their employees. So it's a good atmosphere. So I enjoy coming to work.
That was perfect. Perfect. That's awesome.
Shelby, you look cute today.
So I'm gonna be really honest.
Yeah, you look cute today. Do you like working here? Oh my god.
What do you love most about your
Why
job?
do you like working? Why do you like working here?
The environment, it's all like so welcoming and so understanding. I mean, they're all great people, and I think that people make a huge difference. And so, yeah, super welcoming and fun, you know. So, yeah.
I don't know if we can find an employee that hates their job here. I really don't. One guy in the truck just goes, "Buy from Taylor's Way," as he's like peeling out.
Somebody
the
tell you I
driveway.
like
Shop Taylor's Way.
One more thing, like that I was surprised at when I started working here was I got like handed a box of sympathy cards, and like my job was like, we find out, like Dennis will go through the obituaries of like the surrounding communities, and anyone that like is our client, like we send them like a handwritten sympathy note.
No
So
way.
really just like speaks to like the family. We want to make sure, or they will call, oftentimes they'll call us and tell them either their husband passed away or, hey, mom and dad like are no longer at that property, dad passed away. And so like it's always something that Kay Taylor had, it was important to her, so we still do it, and we send handwritten sympathy notes from somebody that's
Yeah, I just got chills. That's amazing. Amazing you guys take time to do that.
So we don't send Christmas cards, we send Thanksgiving cards, because it was important for her to know, like, she's like, every company sends a Christmas card, but we want our clients to know that we are thankful for them and their business for the year. So we do Thanksgiving cards.
Yeah. That's amazing. The guys seem close. You know, even the guys
They
seem
are.
close. Like
They're always
they're
like
all
here
huddled up
after work.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer Friday is always fun because so they get tips from like trees and they put it together. They call it their slush fund. Like, and we bring in
They
beer.
get tips. So
Yeah, they put it into a slush fund. I'll drop off beers, but their selection is always better than what I'm dropping off, and so I stay for a beer because it's way better.
Even
but
like-
they like are all together. They talk
Yeah.
about like we're gonna buy a slushy machine and like have it in here someday. So it's just really fun because they like dream together, they
Yeah.
work hard together,
Yeah.
and like I just think like they are making long-term goals together. So it just tells you like nobody's looking for the next best job.
Yeah.
Like they just really care about each other.
I'm curious as to how you guys built this culture. It's pretty awesome. Hey, come to 1%. You guys can figure out how they built all this. If you're serious about growth and want to be around a bunch of winners, I better see you at 1% event. Let's go, baby.